Hey Jim, I just wanted to show you one of the tests I have to do. So basically, initially, I take the fuel bowl cap, the filter out of here, and then I'll turn the pump on in order for it to fill all the way to the top. And then I'll do the starter bypass, which basically is just instead of using the ignition, because we don't want the pump to go, we would just want the bowl to be filled all the way to the top. And I just want to crank the engine instead of running the glow plugs, or even I don't want the engine to start, so I just want to crank it. So I would normally just bypass this, and that would allow the starter motor to crank the engine. And then so that was done. It was Tuesday when I texted you to let you know I saw bubbles, and that's an indication that, again, compression is actually coming up through an injector back up into this bowl, because there's the delivery lines. Show you, if I could show you here. Delivery lines, I have them covered with basically cut off fingers of gloves. You can see both delivery lines, and this basically, I have to do this test now because I need to isolate where the bubbles are coming from. So this one obviously goes to the driver's side head, and this one goes to the passenger side head. So whichever one fills up with air is going to be the side that the injector is cracked on. Again, which bank. So of course you can't isolate which injector it is that way. You have to just isolate which side of the engine it's coming from, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to do this cranking test, and I already know it's coming from the passenger side, so I'll just show you what that looks like when I do the starter bypass. You'll see the balloon fill up with air and also some diesel, because it's also obviously pushing diesel back up through the head, but I'll show you. Okay, so very obvious where the compression is coming from, and you can see diesel dripping because it's pushing the diesel out of the head back up, and that would come up to the fuel bowl, but because we've isolated which side it's on, now we know it's coming from the passenger side head. So now I have to proceed to, I've already started, of course, tearing down this side, pull out all 4 injectors and see which one has the cracked nozzle. Unfortunately, at this point, you cannot isolate which injector it is unless you physically examine them, because there's no way to further isolate at this point. Okay, thanks, Jim. I just want to show you that. Bye.